Hey guys, this is Rudy for Best Your Investor coming at you live from Palm Beach in Florida. It is Thursday. It is September the 2nd. I've been away again for a couple of days and keeping myself busy and out of mischief on all kinds of stuff. And then, over the past few days, of course, like most of you, I have been following our stocks and the equities that we typically talk about and discuss. And I thought, you know what? I have spent quite a bit of time and made a few videos on uranium, but I haven't really gone into in depth on uranium as subject matter. I just told you I have a basket of some uranium stocks, and there's an interesting sort of dynamic at play here, where there seems to be a bit of a squeeze developing. I'm not kind of a meme stock, Wall Street bets, Reddit type investor. I'm an old-fashioned fundamentalist. So when it comes to seeing how some of these stocks are actually trading and what's happening out there with them, I thought it would be maybe a good idea to at least show you guys sort of what's happening in the market so that you can be aware of the movings and goings on in the market right now as it relates to uranium specifically. So this is just the sort of homepage of Yahoo Finance, obviously. And, I'm looking at it at the sort of top trending ticker line here, where you can see the S&P is up a little today, the Dow is up a little today, the Nasdaq is a little green, the Russell 2000 is green, crude oil, nice little bounce, 2%. It's a combination of many things, including a slightly weaker dollar, but it doesn't matter. Crude oil, WTI back at $70 a barrel. Good news, right? On a day like today, by the way, are typically days where I do a little bit of rebalancing. So heaven forbid I would sell some Oxy, but yes, I did. I sold a little bit of Oxy. I sold a little bit of Alliance Bernstein. I sold a little bit of SPY. I added a little bit to ICANN. None of anything I just shared with you is material at all. That's just me rebalancing my account. And obviously, when you're an old guy like me, you need to be diversified and at least have a decent little basket of stocks. So rebalancing is what I do from time to time. I still have a little bit more rebalancing to do because there are a couple of stocks that I hold in the financial services sector. For instance, one of my largest positions by far is TD Bank, and another one, which is a financial services company, Sun Life. I might have to trim a little bit of those as well and add to some of the others, but I haven't done that yet. I haven't looked at the financials yet. Overall, the only financial stock that I sold a little bit of, trimmed a little bit off the top, was Alliance Bernstein, which has been one of my foundational stocks. I keep that one because it pays a very, very good dividend as well. Currently about 6.5%. Anyway, let's take a quick fly over here, and I just want you to pay attention to what's happening to some of the stocks that we follow. So just over here, you can see Oxy is up nicely today, 6%. That's a nice feel-good story, right? But at the end of the day, Oxy is still trading down at $26.60 a share or thereabouts. So Oxy is, despite the 6% uptick today, still really struggling to find a good footing. But let's look at some of these uranium stocks. And by the way, I'm not suggesting you should buy anything here. All I'm doing is I'm telling you that in my basket of energy stocks, where I hold a number of positions that you are familiar with by now, like Occidental Petroleum, Total Energy, Enbridge, Pembina, Energy Transfer. I also have a basket of uranium stocks. The first one we're going to talk about very briefly is Paladin. Paladin is an Australian uranium miner. Most of its assets are in Namibia. So its uranium mine is in Namibia. It's up 13% today, right? So now suddenly Occidental looks a little bit sad at 6.6 because this is up 13. How about yesterday? Well, yesterday Paladin was up 12%. So there's a bit of a run that's happening here on uranium that I just need you to be aware of. Anyway, so the first one I'm going to talk about here is Paladin. It's currently trading for me over the counter in US dollars. I can buy it at about 50 cents a share. I started buying Paladin at about 20 cents. So it's already a two-bagger for me. How about the next one? Much bigger company, Canadian company. This corporation, Cameco Corporation, can be purchased on the New York Stock Exchange under CCJ. It can also be purchased in Canada on the Toronto Stock Exchange under CCO, the ticker symbol, and it's up 7%. Now, Cameco is not a small company. It has a market cap of about $8 billion. So it is reasonably sizable, even though it's only about a third of the size of Occidental Petroleum. It also is up 7% today, and this is a Canadian uranium miner. How about the next one? Goviex Energy. So Goviex Uranium is another Canadian corporation. This one's headquartered in Montreal, in Quebec, up 8.5% today. Yesterday it was up about 10%, right? So you get where I'm going. There's a bit of a trend here. I've already shown you three of them. Paladin was the first one. Cameco is the second one. Cameco is the big one, so it's lagging a little. But the small caps, like Goviex, trading at 24 cents today, is up almost 10%. And yesterday, it was up almost 10%. About Denison. Denison is a very, very much a fan favorite when it comes to uranium. Denison Mines, uranium miner. This particular one, once again, I can buy in Canada under DNN, the ticker symbol on the Toronto Stock Exchange, or in New York under the New York Stock Exchange symbol DNN. Denison is up 7% today. So now if you sort of think of it from an energy point of view, there are a couple of good performers today. So most of my energy stocks are up, including Total and Enbridge and Energy Transfer. They're all up about 2% or so, which is great. Oxy is the outlier. It's up about 6%, and Oxy has been put to shame here by these uranium miners and drillers and uranium energy companies that are all up quite a big whop today. Is that a word? Anyway, quite a bit today. They're all up in excess of what Occidental is up, and most of them were up the same or more just yesterday. Just two more. Azincourt is another Toronto Stock Exchange. So TSXV is the Toronto Stocks Venture Exchange. You can buy Azincourt on the Venture Exchange under the ticker symbol AAZ.V, means venture. It is up 15% today. It was up almost 15% yesterday. But then you say, hey, Mr. Oxy, it's only trading at 7 cents. That's true, because 2 days ago it was trading at 4 cents. Now, I don't know about you, but mathematically, if you buy Bitcoin for $50,000 and it goes to $100,000, you've doubled your money. And similarly, if you bought Azincourt for 4 cents and it goes to 8 cents, you've doubled your money. Doubling your money is the same mathematical equation, regardless of what the asset is that's underlying that particular gain that you've achieved. So Azincourt is another one, just another one you could probably want to take a look at. It's like, if you have time, see what's going on with some of these uranium stocks. One more, Energy Fuels. So here's the laggard for the day along with Cameco. Energy Fuels is only up 8.6%, and yesterday it was only up about 9%. So, this is not just 2 days of a bright spark in the uranium market. There's a bit of a run that's taking place here. And as an energy investor, it would be remiss for me not to at least mention this to you so that you can sort of not necessarily go out and buy a whole lot of stocks, but for sure, be aware. It's like, it's nice when you get gains on the sort of traditional energy and gas companies. I mean, you could own something like Exxon, and today you might be lagging the performance of Occidental, but at the same time, Occidental doesn't have a dividend currently, or not much of a dividend, whereas Exxon pays a dividend of about 6.5%. So these are things that we got to look at as energy investors. And then when you look at the energy market as a whole, and you say, hey, it's looking pretty good today, right? It's like no question about it. Today is a good day from an energy investment point of view. But then what the heck? Did you see uranium? What is going on there? So if this continues for like another few days, and obviously we only have another day before a long weekend in the United States. So let's see what happens tomorrow, because today's trading is almost finished. Today's Thursday, September 9th. So let's see what happens tomorrow to the uranium stocks. And then Monday, the market's going to be closed and we have, a bit of a breather. And then we'll see what happens when we get back next week. Is this an actual squeeze? Are the uranium stocks actually finally set up for a run, which is going to be Bitcoin-esque in terms of return? Or is it going to pull back again, and then we watch it for the next 5-6 years and say, like, what happened to uranium? Anyway, if you have thoughts on this, you could share. Tell us in the comments what you think. I'm not sure how many people on this channel are invested in uranium. I know of quite a few, because I have some Twitter conversations from time to time with some of the people on our channel about uranium stocks, and sometimes they pop up on the YouTube chat feed as well. But I'm not sure sort of where you're at. If you're in uranium or not, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you think this is the start of a cyclical bull run for uranium that is going to be delivering quite a number of 100 baggers, never mind 10 baggers or 20 baggers over the next few months or so. So, hey, you know what? It's a good news story. It's a good news day. If you're in energy, have yourself a good one. And this is Mr. Roxy signing off, saying thanks for watching. By the way, subscribe if you like, and certainly join the community and share your knowledge with us. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.